It is after hours on Thursday, June 8, 2017. Account value is 99K and a little something. I'm still long JDust, the leveraged inverse ETF on junior gold miners. Here on the left I have gold futures, on the right GDXJ junior miners. And today was kind of like a shitso day. We saw significant weakness at the beginning in gold. There was a muted reaction, I would say, in GDXJ. It behaved, it showed kind of relative strength, I would say, in the overall picture, but not much progress has been made. It is not really clear the relative strength on this time frame, but if we look at the 15-minute chart, it becomes more evident. Here, gold is clearly rolling over, and GDXJ has not made up its mind yet. So I am not quite sure what this means. If this was just a major fake out, but between 33 and 34, I think GDXJ is in no man's land. Above 34.20, I actually turn bullish on miners, but we have not broken out of this. Below 33, I think we go back to 32, and then we have to see how it behaves there. If we lose 31, 30 is the next target. So we have to see how all this plays out. And if we look at the longer term picture here, then it is evident why 34 is important. Right, this high here, we have not been able to take it out yet, but we have not broken below 33. And to me, that is an important level, because this is where we could not break below right before the Fed hiked last time around, because this was the day of the rate hike. Let me change the left chart here to GLD, so the time frames are somewhat identical between the two charts. Then the big picture becomes clearer. Relative weakness overall in the longer term in junior miners. Gold wants to go higher, miners lower, but the last few days were a little different. So it might just be a shakeout. It might be a sea change. It's too early to say. Above 34.20, as I mentioned, then I believe the bear case is off the table for now. And I believe the problem is inflation expectations, because now the market is pricing in that inflation, has peaked in Q1 and is now rolling over. And there's a case to be made that the Fed will talk about that in their next statement on the 14th of June when they hike. The question is, are they gonna be more dovish because of lower inflation expectations? Or are they going to stick to that rate hike path that they have been telegraphing in the past? And I think that indecision is what we are currently also seeing in miners. But also the junior miners are acting actually better than their big brothers, than GDX. So it is something to keep an eye on. And but for the overall market, the story remains the same. The market wants to go higher, especially tech. I mean, just incredible, the price actions. How did we run into the close in the NASDAQ? It was just gorgeous, beautiful, and even prettier when we look at what Tesla has been doing. Tesla now at 370. Just amazing run. This is what a short squeeze looks like. No pullbacks. It's just violent repricing of Tesla. And since 350 did not even take a day to overcome, I believe 400 is now very, very likely. And if we look at the bigger picture, it becomes more evident how steep the angle of attack is. I don't think this run is over, although it is clearly extended. But a short squeeze works differently than any other breakout there is. Shorts are price indifferent. They just want the pain to go away, so they buy at market, they get stopped out, and the people who are already in it, they are not selling because they are believers in the story. And 400 is a matter of time. Does it stop there? I am not sure. So I still like Tesla very, very much. I wish it would give us a dip, but then it would not be what a short squeeze actually is supposed to look like. So a dip would actually be not very constructive. So if we start to see more violent swings, like something like this, right, then I would say, or price action like that, that usually is an indication of, okay, for now we need to pause before we can take the next leg higher. But while this is happening, shorts, we see more pain. There's another idiot upgrade just around the corner because they're realizing, oh, price is running away. They don't want to look like the idiots they are, so they upgraded after the fact. That's just how the market works. Let's take a quick look at Square, also making new highs today. It is also a short squeeze. A lot of people not believing the story. And Check also making new all-time highs. That chart looks gorgeous. I think there's plenty of room to the upside still. Also, new all-time highs here in the SOX semiconductors. Beautiful price action here. That is one of the ETFs. I wish it would give us a dip, but it ain't happening because the market is not giving us a dip to begin with. SOXL is the leveraged ETF on the SOX. That would be the vehicle I would buy if chips came in, but there's no slowing down right now. I mean, it's actually accelerating, and part of the reason is NVIDIA. I mean, what is happening to NVIDIA is just crazy. I mean, that looks like a buying panic to me. Also, today behaving well is biotech. And biotech is one of the very few sectors right now that I would buy on weakness if we go to 68 or lower, and on strength. Because if we take out 72.5, I think biotech will be in play, and that's when I would be a buyer of LabU, the leveraged bullish ETF on biotech, because we have been in this range for so long in biotech. It's just a matter of time, I believe, until those guys break out, and then LabU is in play. But for the time being, I need to manage that JDust trade properly first before I can open any new positions. Hopefully GDXJ loses 33, then 32 is highly likely, I believe, and then it remains to be seen how it acts there. But I'll keep you posted what my next move is going to be, and I'll be back on Friday tomorrow with another recap.